Finished the ninth grade.
Ninth grade?
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Little bit of job here. I started buying and selling stuff. Basically educated myself. And then I'd always been buying and selling stuff. My dad had a little coin shop, and I wanted a pawn shop. So I went down to City Hall, and they told me, no, you can't get a pawn shop.
In Las Vegas?
In Las Vegas. And I asked them why, and they pulled out the city code. And apparently what happened in 1955, the good old boys got together. And
few reality TV shows capture hearts worldwide, but Pawn Stars on the History Channel has been a standout since 2009. Blending entertainment, history, and negotiation, it showcases Rick Harrison, the co-founder of both the show and its featured shop. Rick's life is as intriguing as the artifacts he appraises, filled with personal hardships and untold stories. Richard Kelvin Harrison, known as Rick, was born on March 22, 1965, to Richard Benjamin Harrison and Joanne Rue Harrison. He was the third of 4 children, but tragedy struck early with the loss of his eldest sibling, Sherry Joanne Harrison, at just 6 years old. In 1967, Rick's family moved to San Diego, California, where his childhood was marked by health struggles. At 8, he began experiencing epileptic seizures, confining him to bed and sparking his love for reading. His favorites included the Great Brain series, which inspired his entrepreneurial spirit. Though fascinated by physics and history, Rick dropped out of school in 10th grade and began earning $2,000 a week selling counterfeit Gucci bags. In 1981, the Harrisons relocated to Las Vegas after a failed real estate venture. At 17, Rick embraced fatherhood with his girlfriend Kim, but heartbreak followed when their first child was lost to miscarriage. The couple married in 1982 and welcomed their son Corey a year later. After the birth of their second son, Adam, marital struggles led to their separation. Rick later married Tracy, raising his sons together. Rick's deep knowledge of history became a cornerstone of his father's 300-square-foot coin shop in Las Vegas. His talent for contextualizing artifacts set the stage for the success of the now iconic gold and silver pawn shop. By night, Rick Harrison took on a challenging side job repossessing cars. 5 years after opening, the family moved their shop to Fremont Street, but lost their lease 2 years later. Rick and his father shared a dream of turning the store into a pawn shop, but a 1955 Las Vegas law limiting pawn licenses delayed their plans. In 1989, when Las Vegas's population hit 250,000, they finally secured their pawn license and opened the gold and silver pawn shop near the Strip. Initially focusing on sports memorabilia and unique artifacts, jewelry soon became their top seller. By 2005, the shop was lending millions annually, gaining fame for rare finds like a 2001 Super Bowl ring. This mix of history and community service caught the attention of the History Channel, leading to Pawn Stars in 2009. The show's blend of vintage items and family dynamics quickly made it a hit. By 2011, it was the History Channel's top-rated show, and Rick's autobiography, License to Pawn, became a New York Times bestseller. Amid his growing fame, Rick's personal life saw changes. After divorcing his second wife, Tracy, in 2013, he announced his engagement to Deanna Burdett in 2014. Rick also made TV appearances in iCarly and The Middle, cementing his status as a cultural icon. In 2013, Rick married Deanna Burdett in a scenic Laguna Beach ceremony, becoming a stepfather to her 3 daughters, Serena, Kiana, and Marissa. His rising fame also landed him a role as the spokesperson for the Micro-Touch One razor in January 2014, with his commercials boosting the product's popularity. That same year, Pawn Stars producers launched 2 spin-offs, United Stuff of America and Pawnography, further showcasing Rick's star power. However, success was soon overshadowed by personal loss. In June 2018, Rick's father and co-star, Richard "the Old Man" Harrison, passed away from Parkinson's disease. Sharing the news on Instagram, Rick expressed his deep sorrow, while the History Channel paid tribute to the beloved patriarch. The loss left Rick as the head of both the family and the business, a burden that grew heavier during the COVID-19 pandemic. While initially busy, pawn shop visits declined as people prioritized essentials. In March 2020, Rick partially closed the shop due to rising cases, keeping only the loan business running. To support the community, he lowered loan interest rates and extended repayment deadlines, but the shop still suffered significant financial losses, exceeding $1.4 million by year-end. Adding to the turmoil, Rick's third marriage to Deanna ended in divorce in September 2020, marking another challenging chapter in his life. Despite these hardships, Rick remained committed to his business and his community, continuing to navigate uncertain times. Rick Harrison's third marriage to Deanna Burdett quietly ended during the national George Floyd protests, a significant event that overshadowed their separation. Reflecting on the divorce, Rick shared with TMZ, "I got 3 great daughters out of it," referring to Deanna's children from her previous marriage. He described the split as a mutual decision, citing their differing opinions and interests as the main reasons. Despite the end of their marriage, Rick's Instagram posts highlighted the love he still had for his stepdaughters, whom he regarded as his own, a silver lining in an otherwise challenging time. Looking for a new beginning, Rick tied the knot with his 4th wife, Amanda Palmer. However, his personal struggles were far from over. In February 2022, Rick faced a lawsuit from his mother, Joanne Rue, over family assets and ownership of the gold and silver pawn shop. The legal battle exposed the complexities of running a family business, with financial disputes straining their once close relationship. According to court filings, Joanne accused Rick of taking control of her 51% ownership in the pawn shop under questionable circumstances. She alleged that this occurred in the early 2000s, shortly after recovering from a coma, when she may not have fully comprehended the documents she was signing. Fans, accustomed to Rick's reputation as a family man, were shocked by the allegations of betrayal. Following the death of Richard Harrison in 2018, Joanne inherited his 49% share of the business. She claimed that Rick had withheld financial records and ceased paying her a $25,000 monthly allowance tied to her late husband's stake. Rick denied the allegations, calling them untrue and suggesting in an interview that his mother, at 81, was being influenced by others for their personal gain. He expressed confusion over the lawsuit, noting that one of the companies Joanne was suing was entirely under her ownership. Rick also lamented his inability to contact Joanne, deepening the emotional and legal complications of their feud. In January 2024, Rick's life took a tragic turn when his son, Adam, died from a fentanyl and methamphetamine overdose at just 39 years old. The Clark County medical examiner ruled the death accidental, confirming the cause. The devastating news surfaced after Adam hadn't been seen since January 17th, prompting his landlord to check on him. Found unresponsive, Adam's death was confirmed on January 19th. The Harrison family later confirmed the tragedy through a spokesperson, asking for privacy as they grieved the profound loss. Adam's death marked an unimaginably painful chapter in Rick's life, one that left the family reeling. Determined to find purpose in his sorrow, Rick used the tragedy to raise awareness about a national crisis. The fentanyl crisis in this country needs to be addressed more seriously, he said in a heartfelt statement. Among his many achievements, Rick received a special honor in 2023, induction as a Kentucky Colonel, the state's highest recognition. This accolade was awarded during a memorable episode of the Pawn Stars spin-off, partly filmed at Locust Grove. The ceremony, held in the historic Grand Parlor, celebrated Rick's contributions to both television and cultural heritage. Now semi-retired, Rick spends less time at the pawn shop, but remains a prominent face on reality TV. He stars in Season 2 of Pawn Stars Do America, a spin-off that takes the excitement of treasure hunting to cities nationwide. Despite his past legal troubles and personal heartbreaks, Rick appreciates his reduced workload, enjoying precious time with his grandchildren and family while continuing his journey in the spotlight.